Yo boys, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing the good old fashioned Rogue Priest. Yes, we're back on the road. I know a lot of you guys want to see it. Merry Christmas to everybody. By the time this is uploaded, obviously it's going to be Christmas for everybody. And that's pretty much that. And pretty much we're going to be talking about how you do setups and all that good stuff. And before we start this video, if you haven't already, comment on the video. Even if you have nothing good to say, the algorithm loves the comments. The more comments, the more it gets to people. So make sure you go hit that comment. Whatever you got to say, comment for the algorithm. You just say that, and I will approve of this message. But pretty much, you're gonna go in, you're gonna stun the healer, stun the main target. Your priest is gonna fear, but here I end up just blinding. So kidney, blind, and then you're gonna sap off your blind. Of course, I get incapped right before I can sap because obviously this guy's trying hard as a BM. Who tries hard as a BM? Lol, I couldn't imagine. Playing as one of the most broken specs in game, doesn't have to do anything in life, and gets to preemptively do whatever. Nice. But yeah, so pretty much he messed up my sap go, even though it wouldn't have mattered that much to be honest, because I literally had no damage. So here I vanished. There's a random trap in the middle of nowhere, so that's nice. I love how they just don't disappear until you run into them, so that's great. I'm still trying to get my 4 set. Hopefully next week. I don't know why Unlimited Conquest has yet to be out. All my rogues, all my alts are just so undergeared. My rogues, my gear, like I'm still missing like 3 or 4 pieces of my rogue, or probably like 3. My 4 set, my ring, and then like 2 other pieces I think. But once I get all the stuff I need, we're gonna be good to go, and we're gonna do unhealable dam. Obviously, the 4 set makes you do unhealable dam, and it's like RNG. If you get the proc, you literally will just 100-0 somebody. But here we can do a go. Obviously, the problem with cheap shotting is obviously he can PS it. He ends up turtling on top of PS, which is honestly pretty bad. I don't think I would have killed him, to be honest. He was at 40%, and yeah, I don't think he was dying, to be honest. Maybe though, who knows? I would have turtled at like 20%, especially since you have PS. You can kind of be risky. So it's like, okay, if I go from 40 to 20%, I'm off stun DRs, so he can't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the turtle was good. It was on my blade, so yeah, it was kind of good. Pretty much all you have to do is you're gonna stun the priest. She's gonna fear the priest, and then you're gonna stun the main target. This is exactly how you're gonna set up every time with healer. And now, if you're playing with a different healer, you're gonna do the same thing, except let's say you're playing with a evoker. The evoker's gonna sleep. If you're playing with a druid, the druid's gonna cyclone. And if you're playing with like a restless shaman, the restless shaman's gonna hex and stuff like that. So pretty much you're just going to stun the healer, the off target, and then you're going to stun the main target so that your healer can CC. So here I kidney, so my healer can run over there and hit a fear when she has it. I actually end up blinding instead. Here I should be able to sap off it, we'll see. Nope, I run into another trap. So again he traps me in my face again. So he knew I was going to go for it and he just yoinked the trap. Just didn't matter. This guy's backpedaling in my face right now. And he's over here preempting. I guarantee he has an add-on telling me. He has an add-on telling what's going on. If this guy's backpedaling in my face right now, there's no way he's preemptively doing these plays. I don't believe it. It's a bot. It's a literal bot playing this character. I'm not gonna lie about that one. So here I cheap shot at kidney. She could go for the fear. It looks like this guy's in the water fountain, literally bug hacking. Nice. So my entire go was irrelevant because he can just sit in a waterfall all day. Very nice. She misses the fear, or actually he just fades it or something. Very nice. Obviously, it is cat after all, so you can't expect the greatest of the great. You just got to go with what you go, and you do what you got to do. So pretty much, yeah, you're doing the same thing. It's pretty basic. Now, if I had full gear and she had full gear and we had best in slot, it would be a lot easier. Just because it's just like that extra damage, that 20% extra damage that you would need. It comes in because I'm usually like 20%, 15% away from killing these people, and if I had that extra gear, they would be dead. And obviously, I switched over to Rogue. Honestly, I feel like I do way more damage on Orc than I do on Night Elf, even though you just get the blood racial and stuff and the stun reduction, but like I just feel like I do more damage. So, I don't know. I think Orc's definitely the way though. Here I get rooted. This guy's literally just perma CCing me because he's a hunter and he can do. This was a bad night fade because obviously he's gonna dispel it. Actually, no, never mind. He doesn't know how to do that yet. So here I cheap shot. She grips me. That was kind of a decent grip. So here we do big dam. She ends up fearing, and we win the game right here, I think. Yep. Boom. So we did have turtle, but since he wasn't spamming it, he couldn't get in time, and we ended up taking him out. Very hard matchup for us. Not gonna lie about that one. And then this priest tries to 1v2 us like typical priest behavior. And that's all there is to it. So if you just do this, you're gonna be good to go. Same thing with Rogue Mage. Obviously, it's the same concept, except you're gonna sheep instead of, fearing and stuff. It's the same thing for everything. Obviously, you don't have to kidney the off target. You can cheap shot. Usually, it's actually better if you cheap shot. I kidney for Cat so then she can actually get there. Otherwise, she's not gonna be able to get there in time, and then it's gonna be a hassle. So I just kidney and be like, all right, well, it is what it is. But it do be what it do, and we Q next. You know what I'm saying? So here we get feared. This guy's still trying. He ultimate penances. At this point, we're just gonna put a rupture up on him. Just kidney him off the R and wait for him to die eventually. Eventually, he will die. So here we kidney. He trinkets instantly. This is what happens when you have a 0 life and you can stay on the game 24/7 and never go outside. This is this type of behavior. But here we kind of just take him out. I have blades, so at this point we're just gonna PV him down. Just use our eviscerates. We're gonna get a DCP anytime now. Actually, I think she might be I don't know. So here we end up getting ready to stun, even through dome. Yep, so even through dome, here we got big dam. We still have a little bit of damage here left over. And I think we almost end up taking him out. He ends up fading, but I still hit him in between it. It was kind of weird, but uh, Priest Hunter, obviously, we faced Priest Hunter 7 to 8 times in a row. That's the only thing playing at high rated. It's DH, BM Hunter, and that's it. And then you have like the occasional one warrior or like that's yeah, pretty much DH, warrior, and BM hunter. Those are the top 95% comps that you're gonna face. Mainly BM and yeah, mainly just BM to be honest. It's because it's so broken it takes like 0 brain cells to play. But here we open on him here. We actually end up getting turtle and PS in the opener, really good. Here we're gonna swap. I ended up getting some huge crits on that last go, so here we're actually not gonna swap. So it's DR. There's no point in swapping here. He ends up mind gaming him. This hunter's gonna be doing anything but damn. Cat's in the middle of nowhere for no reason. He's gonna run over here soon. At this point, we're gonna get ready to open. So that when the priest pushes over here, I'm gonna stun him, and then she's gonna fear. So here I cheap Kinney. I'm surprised he didn't have a trap just sitting there, to be honest. So here we get PS again. You could swap here, but there's really no point. I end up bombing late. Obviously, for some reason, ultimate penance goes through bomb. I don't know if you guys knew that, but if you already have a penance on your teammate, it'll automatically keep it going. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But yeah, so we end up getting double PS in the opener. Pretty much everything we wanted to get. We have blades coming up because obviously when you vanish, you have ZDR. So here we cheap shot. She can. I think I blind here. We'll see. So blind, and then I'm gonna try to sap off it. I might vanish sap. Nope. So he trinket? No, he doesn't. Oh, yes, he does. Okay, so he trinkets the blind. So at this point, we can gouge him. Yep, gouge, and then we're gonna kidney him. Honestly, we probably shouldn't even gouge it. We could have just saved it. Obviously, we're not gonna be able to sap all of it, but then again, if we kidney, fear, and then sap, it's a lot better. So there, instead of gouging, I would just kidney, and then she would fear, and then you can sap off that stun. That's usually what you want to do there. So that was a bad move. But here we end up killing him, taking him out right here, and perfect setup. Other than like the gouge, but otherwise it was good. Yes, you can sap off fears. If you stun fear, you're able to sap off the fear. That's what you're usually gonna do. That's why you stun, not only to help your priest get there, but it'll keep him out of combat for a few seconds. That way you're able to hit that full sap, which is really nice. But here comes the next game. Yep. Okay, so a DH priest. This game was insanely. I'm surprised he almost ended up living this, honestly. So here he incaps me. I'm gonna trinket the incap because obviously I'm surprised he didn't pre-evade. He instantly trinkets. Really bad trinket because I haven't clicked anything. At this point, I saved my CDs. So this is a really good play by me. I see that he has no trinket and the priest has no trinket. So at this point, we should just win. So at this point, if we just blind the healer, or honestly, if we just stun blind, it's probably better to literally just blind. So she fears. At this point, we're just going to full send it. Somehow he just lives this entire opener. I go for the sap instead. He's somehow just still in combat. Here we shadowy duel. Look how close he was to dying here. So he evasions. I get 2 RNG 50%, and he ends up living. And I was like, bruh. So here I DR blind just to stop him from healing. And at this point we swap. I don't say it was just terrible blind in general, but I guess I was thinking some OG player all of a sudden, but life's not fair. But yeah, that's just how that goes. Lol. So here they end up going on my priest. At this point, they still have no trinket. She can double fear, so I think that's what we're waiting for. So I gouge, pre-gouge. This is where we should fear, like, any time now. I don't know where she's going, but she's leaving. So I tell her, oh yeah, you gotta go fear. So here I gotta kill the thing here. So I have to waste my thing here. I can't wait for the sap, because if I wait for the sap, it's gonna be too late. So here, ultimate penance, so even if I did try, it wouldn't matter that much. Here I gouge. He's still alive. I have blades coming back up though. And I have Shadowy Duel. So if I Shadowy Duel kill, I can probably do it. So here evasion's air, even though he's on DR. Honestly, I need something that tracks my DRs. Because I'm just kind of like, I kind of know when they're going to do it. But a lot of times, sometimes I don't. But it would be nice to have it be tracking my own DRs. I have the ability Team Tracker, but if for some reason... So here I think I end up Shadowy Dueling. And we end up getting a full CC here. And we end up taking him out, I think. Please? No? Question mark? So here I gouge. I don't know how he's alive right now. Can you die, please? 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 Nice. We end up taking him out. This next game is a perfect if you're facing a rogue, if they click blades, you have to use more than one cooldown. If you watch, you'll see at the last game here, or one of the games, that I didn't use a single button. You'll see what happens to me. So here I run in. I feel like he's obviously gonna pre if I sap, but I have to do that anyway. So here we pre PI. He pre dampens. That's definitely not enough. He ends up trinket porting, I think. Actually, no, he actually ports in a stun. I didn't know. Wait, what? Windwalkers can port in a stun? Bruh. That's crazy broken. So here he double ports, but I use my vanish to... He put his port in a weird position. If it was in the middle of a pillar, he would have been perfectly fine. But he put it at an edge to where I was able to just run around the corner and step him. Had he put it in the middle, it actually would have saved him, and I would have been so screwed. So thankfully, he ended up not clicking Karma or not trinketing. I guess he was... I'm surprised you can... I didn't even know you could have port. That's crazy. DK Priest, a really hard comp to be honest, because they have so much utility, and anything with a lot of utility versus sub is like the worst thing impossible. So here we open here, we're doing a lot of dam. I end up breaking my stuff. I'm gonna Shadowy Duel, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, maybe not. So here I'm gonna try to sap. Nope, I can't. I swap to the Priest. Maybe we get PS here. Maybe. No. No. Okay. Nice, we do. So he didn't even have to PS there. I was out of my Shadow Dances. I'd have to vanish, and even then, my Blades is going to be done. So there, he could have just held it, but I think he got scared. But we take that. DK is going to start pumping here. A lot of times when you don't bleed, you can actually just gouge the DK here on like 4 or 5 seconds of a C. So here we end up opening. I think I blind. We'll see. Yep, blind. He PS before the blind, and he trinkets my blind. So really good. So really a worthless. He ended up pre-PSing, and then he's still trinketing my blind when it's impossible to kill him right now. When he pre-PS'd, he was perfectly fine. So we ended up using 2 cooldowns for no reason. Super, yeah, that's just really bad on their part. And he also doesn't have Iceborne because he used it in the opener. A lot of DKs will use Iceborne as like a trinket instead of using it as a wall, because obviously every melee is just zug to the max extent. But we end up winning the game here. I think I cheap. She's gonna fear, and we end up taking him out barely. Like I said, I don't have my 4 set. This guy's shield is literally tanking my entire burst rotation. Thankfully, we almost end up killing him. Kill, please die. Oh no, no, nice. I think we swapped to the priest here. We'll see. I think we cloak here. We swap to the priest hardcore. I have my blades up. My priest is gonna help me do damage. At this point, he needs to die. Boom, nice. So 100k eviscerate. Once we get this 4 set, ladies and gentlemen, once we get that extra crafting gear, we're going to be pumping, and we're going to be back to it. I'm not going to lie. But, this is the last clip here. Honestly, with Sub Rogue, for some reason, the damage is so late that I just had this happen twice, where I was like, okay, I'm going to be okay. So here, to be fair, she could have domed me in the bomb, I'm pretty sure. But, I didn't tell her to do so, because I was like, bro, there's no way I'm going to die. Like, it was like the last DR, and I was at like 60 or 50%. So we'll see here. So here I get disoriented because this guy is like 100-yard range. Look at this. Okay, so I'm taking barely any dim. Okay, I'm fine. Boom. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I died in a DR from 50 to 0. Nice. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.